watching WYTV. You're welcome to another edition of News Review, where we talk about the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. My name is Ahmed Abbas or Latunji, but you can call me Sidon J. I'll be doing it alone with you guys today, and you can as well join me in the comment section if you have anything to say or on anything discussed here today. The sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abals, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number you've seen on the screen, or you can as well send us a DM. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Today, I'll be starting with Punch newspaper as usual. I take full responsibility. Nigeria will recover. Tinubu. Petrol import coaches by 990 million liters monthly. 13-year-old boy drowns swimming in Lagos beach. This present hunger should not be politicized. Then on Vanguard newspaper, Orosai report, federal government, Labour disagree on job loses. Wigwe, family shuns RCCG City of David as it sets burial date. Division among kingmakers stalling choice of new Alafin. Meningitis kills 20 Nigerian school students. Then on Daily Post newspaper, Gowon's war statement can ignite crisis. Igbo leader demands apology. Zamfara government retires all non-posted permanent secretaries. PDP wants Rivers APC caretaker chairman against baseless claims. PDP, Labour Party, NMPP, others failing, Pat Utomi. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we're back, we continue on some of the headlines. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
If you're just joining the live, it's still a news review on WYTV. The first headline we want to look at today is Gowon's war statement can ignite crisis. Igbo leader demands apology. You know, apparently the IPOB members, the IPOB, are talking about them not being engaging in the protests that came up with the NLC and some other, bodies in Nigeria. But then a former governorship candidate of Great Nigerian People's Party, GNPP, in Abia State, Charles Okechukwu Okereke, has advised the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, to immediately apologize to the Igbo nation and Nigerians in general for his recent statement at the Aso Rock Villa. To be sincere, General Yakubu Gowon is not just a politician. He's a leader, and he has been into politics for so long. Even this man that is talking may not have been, matured when General Yakubu Gowon was one of the leaders in this country. So I feel if someone like that who made a statement that from his bottom of his heart, he was actually backing Nigerians based on the current hardship, and you could see that as a word that could ignite war. Whereas maybe the Igbo people, sometimes they are aggressive, and I'm not trying to be tribalistic here. I'm just saying what I know. Sometimes it cannot be what they are thinking. But then the apology, he said, will calm the minds of the people who, according to Okereke, felt offended by the statement attributed to Gowon. Don't forget, the former head of state was recently quoted as saying that now this is what Gowon said that made the Igbo leader to say Nigerians deserve apology from Yakubu Gowon. I know, and if I can remember, when I was fighting the war, I was told I was too slow and probably Nigeria cannot make it and that we should seek discussion. Well, did we do it or not? Let me read this statement again for you guys to understand the reason why this Igbo leader asked Yakubu Gowon to, made a public apology to the whole of Nigerians. He said, I know, and if I can remember, I was told I was too slow and probably Nigeria cannot make it and that we should seek discussion. Well, did we do it or not? That was what Yakubu Gowon said. But speaking to the Daily Post in Umaya yesterday, the former governorship candidate advised General Gowon as an elder statement to refrain from making statements that may make Ndigbo and other Nigerians to start remembering the ugly war episodes of the past. You see, one of the things that make the present to make sense is when we are going back to the drawing board to check what are the things that lead to this war, what are the things that lead to this achievements in Nigeria back then. So maybe some of our, that was why the NANS, the National Association of Nigerian Students, had to call Tinubu that, sir, if you know the current situation of Nigeria, you cannot undo it. It would be better if you could try as much as possible to call the past president like Goodluck Jonathan and Olusegun Obasanjo, talk to them. You should have a roundtable talk with them, ask them how they did it then. But then it is PDP versus APC. So I feel Yakubu Gowon is just trying to make it known that, okay, back then I tried my best, but then they said Nigeria cannot be better. But that is not the case. We are one. We are one Nigeria. Forget the fact that you are Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. We are all facing this together. And we are supposed to be thinking as one nation. Not like we thinking because you want to support Biafra, you want to support the Arewa, or even in the Yoruba side, the Yoruba nation, or. Let's come together as one because we are Nigeria. And that's the only way we can take this country to the next level. Well, Okereke, who said that Nigerians were going through terrible economic hardship, pointed out that uncomplimentary words from a highly placed citizen like Gowon could cause more outrage. He said that it was wrong for Gowon to compare his military administration with President Bola Tinubu. According to Okereke, Gowon's decision to create 12-state structure instead of implementing an agreement he signed with Odumegu Ojukwu before the civil war was responsible for the crisis the nation was still facing today. Well, creating a state, fine. Then, there are things that we need to put in place before we can conclude on or add an agreement. To be sincere, then you cannot compare military government to democracy. Yes, things have changed, and even then there were a lot of things that is going on in the government that is not open to the masses. Like Nigerians do not even know what is going on. It is only what they see in the papers, what they see, what they hear on radio, yes, and what they see on TV they believe in. But now today we have internet, we have social media that even some things that the governor or the president did not know, the citizens already know it, So we are in a civilized world now. Things have changed. So Yakubu Gowon should know that anything that he says now will be, Nigerians can keep it for 100 years. You understand? So sometimes when the only thing leaders like that are supposed to be doing is to make sure they guide the present administration and make sure that everything is going on well from the federal government to the local level. Well, let's move on to the next headline here. This is talking about a 13-year-old boy drowns swimming in Lagos Beach. A 13-year-old boy, Kelvin Oyengba, has drowned during a hangout at the Alatishe Beach in the Aja area of Lagos State. Punch Metro gathered that the incident occurred at about 12 p.m. on Tuesday. It was also gathered that the deceased went swimming with 5 of his friends. A police source told the news that the tragedy occurred on February 27, adding that the boy, Kelvin, died as a result of the sea's waves. Before I can continue with this news, to be sincere, anytime you're going to the beach, I prefer going to the pool than the beach. Although the two could be dangerous, but then going to the beach, you should know that maybe the beach you just have a certain age that can get into the river. Maybe they should just put it like that because a boy of 13, I know it's grown enough normally. But then we need to be watching out for these kids because sometimes they can do more than you expect them to do. So that's why we need to have life jackets. We need to have different kind of things in place for these kids. So far, it's a beach that is well recognized because the Alataje beach is not just a beach, it's a beach that is well recognized in Lagos State. And I feel they should have, anybody that is going inside the river should be given life jacket, and they should have men on deck. Like if any emergency comes up around the beach, they should be able to rescue victims. So I feel that is one of the things that they need to, the measures they need to take as a caution measure there in that beach. The source: the incident happened yesterday. The mother of the boy said that the wave of the water swept her son. According to her, he went out with 5 of his friends to swim in Nangout, but unfortunately, the boy did not come back to his parents. That's so sad, the parents of the kids should just accept my condolences because it's not easy to lose a kid, even at this point of time in Nigeria, whereby hardship is holding everybody's neck and, having a tragic story like you losing a child. Well, when contacted, the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Udein, confirmed the incident to the news. Udein said that the scene of the incident had been visited by detectives from the area, adding that the family of the deceased still awaited the missing body. He's still drowned, and it was believed that if a body is drowned in the river, maybe some days after, the body will float. So the parents are still waiting for the body of the deceased. Well, the scene of the incident was visited by detectives from the division while the family was waiting for the body to emerge from the sea. Punch had reported that a fun-seeking Lagos-based prophet, Oriyomi Remilekun, was said to have drowned during a beach hangout in the Aja area of the state to celebrate this year's Valentine's Day. Yes, I saw the news on February 14, and someone said the pastor, at least, is a man of God. You should have controlled the river to return him back instead of drowning. But then that's not the case. You see, if you are going to anywhere to swim, it is advised to have your life jacket with you. I will still keep saying this because no one is an island of knowledge. You may know how to swim, but then, the sea wave could be, much than your power that you will not be able to control normally. So I feel this man of God that has to, drown based on the fact that you went to enjoy yourself on Valentine's Day and you didn't come back home. And even as a man of God, I know everything is based on prayer, but prayer without being smart, forget it. You have to be smart. Even God did not tell us to be dull. As a man of God, you need to put some things into measure before you do some things. Well, for the boy that drowned, I'm very sorry for the parents. I know they'll be feeling sad. But this particular man, Oriyomi Remilekun, was said to have drowned during a beach hangout in the Aja area of the state. So let's bring this to traditional rights. If it is like it's Yoruba land, and I feel maybe they should try and do some rituals in some rivers in Aja, because it is 2 different incidents in just a month. Yes, February 14, and this is almost February ending. February 27, February 14. You understand? It's almost the same. I think the Valentine's party was February 17. Yes. And still the same February. So maybe they should try and do some, sometimes Yoruba people, the belief is that there is something, maybe the rivers, they need something, they need rituals. So maybe they should just do that, because African belief is still African belief. We still need to believe in our culture. Forget about the fact that it is a natural disaster. But this is the natural happening. But we need to put some things in place. We need to ask, what if those rivers, they need to do some things to make sure there is no life lost there anymore. Well, it was learned that the deceased led some youth from his white garment church, the Avista Beach, situated in the area, on Saturday, February 17, to commemorate the day. A source privy to the incident said that the picnic, which lasted through the evening, ended when the whereabouts of the late Oriyomi became unknown. Can you imagine? You went there to enjoy with your friends, a picnic, and later on, they didn't later find you, and they said he's a man of God, even with white garments. They are white garment church members, and the river just took the life of the pastor. So people need to take measure on things they do around the beach, even the pool. If you're going there, make sure you are prepared. Make sure you have your life jacket. And for everyone that is doing the business of people coming to your beach or your pool, make sure you have people on every corner of the pool or the beach so that they can save as much as they can, because you can't tell, no one can tell when anything can just come up. Accident will never tell you that it wants to happen, so you just have to be at alert. So this is where we are going to be ending it on the show today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, but you can call me Sidon J. And don't forget that the sponsor for this show is still Nokpa Abbas, and you can as well be one of our sponsors. You can call the number on the screen, or you can send us a DM. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Enjoy the rest of your day.